Hello, YouTube. This is Fortnite Fails JJ from channel JJ coming back to you with another video. But this time, I'm not going to be doing any Fortnite gameplay. It's been a minute, and I'm going to come back doing something a little bit different. This is going to be my thoughts on a video from Blaze Nick TV, and I'm going to be showing him throughout the video. Tell me what you think.
Hey, what's up, guys? I got one question. Why do people feel the need to call Eminem a guest in hip hop?
We feel the need to call him a guest in hip hop because, well, he is a guest in hip hop. And we feel that white people have felt the need to say, you know what? No, he is not a guest in hip hop. He is hip hop. And nobody can do anything better than what this guy has done. And nobody has ever done anything better. And that's just simply not true. And you're not respecting the people that have come before and the people that will come later by saying that he is the best artist of all time and nobody can and nobody will do anything better than him.
See, here's the thing about this, in my personal opinion. People, see, there are a lot of people in hip hop who want to criticize white rappers for coming in and blowing up the charts. Well, technically, it's only been one white person, only one white guy that actually came in and started blew up charts, made number one, multi-platinum records, quadruple platinum. And that one person was Eminem. And you got people like Nick Cannon, and you got other people like there's other one dude that Eminem mentioned. And
Oh boy, I see it looks like we've got a lot of explaining to do to you because clearly you are ignorant. You clearly don't know what it is that you're talking about. Eminem is not the first one to really blow up the hip hop game. You do realize that Vanilla Ice was going diamond before Eminem. As a matter of fact, what was it? MC Hammer? He was going diamond before Eminem. And we feel that, hey, he's blowing up the rap game because he has a white fan base. And white people tend to say, if the dude's white, we're going to buy his stuff. It doesn't have to be good. If he's white, we're going to deal with it. If you're black, nah, we're not going to deal with you. And people like Nick Cannon has come out and be like, yeah, you're a guest in hip hop because, well, you're not respecting the people in hip hop. He came out dissing Mariah Carey, making a bunch of untrue statements that he later on came out in a song and was like, yeah, you're right. This stuff ain't true. But what the little bit that did happen has to count for something. So I'm going to keep on making diss tracks and disrespecting you. And the things that you're saying here, it's sounding a bit racist. You're talking about clipping off a black man's nuts after you've already been accused of racism. Do you not know what was going on slave plantations? They were running around cracking men's nuts. So yeah, that's why Nick Cannon had to come out and was like, hey, you're a guest here. Be respectful or you need to be thrown out. And Eminem needs to be thrown out because he clearly has not listened.
it's happened Kamikaze like 2 years ago. And people and these so-called black rappers, so to speak, I never even heard of a couple of their songs. And some of the songs I did heard, they was pretty trash. Nick Cannon mostly. So
Okay, you say that Nick Cannon's music is trash. Everybody has their own taste in music. While I don't listen to Nick Cannon, the songs that I have heard, it's not that they're trash, it's just that it's a different genre of music than what you might be used to. Because if you want to compare Eminem and Nick Cannon's music, they're worlds apart. Trying to compare their music to each other and be like, yeah, this is good and this is bad, it's like trying to compare Gucci Mane's music to Rakim's music and being like, the music that Rakim has made, it's piss poor because it doesn't have the same vibe, it doesn't have the same feel, and it's not talking about the same thing that Gucci Mane is talking about. It's a whole different style of rap. And you also say that you haven't heard of any of these rappers that have spoken out against Eminem. I didn't know that this was a popularity contest. I thought this was about what's right and what's wrong. I thought this is about who was correct about this argument that we was having, not likes on Instagram or something.
And they had the nerve to call Eminem a guest in hip hop. Okay, first of all, let me ask y'all this. Let me just ask y'all this. Who in the hell made hip hop a black music? Who did that? Because jazz was also mainly played by black people. They don't call jazz black music. They only call hip hop black music.
There was a lot of black music, or excuse me, there was a lot of music by black people that was created by black people for black people that is no longer known as black music because it was successfully stolen from the originators of this. I mean, as a matter of fact, it was R&B. It used to be known as something that was solely black, and black people would get awards for that. There wouldn't be white people doing that because black white people wasn't trying to do that because they didn't know how. They couldn't compete. Then they got in their head, hey, now why don't we get a couple of white guys in here, and the black people that are better than these white people, we're going to drown them out. We're going to slowly erase their careers. And I mean, that's been with pretty much everything. Every genre of music, everything that has been built, black people have created it or put some notable achievements and it's been erased. Actually, that's what Benzino was saying. He was saying that he made an example of rock and roll. That Chuck Berry was bigger than what was this? Elvis, then bigger and not bigger, but better than Elvis Presley. But who is crowned as the king of rock? Elvis Presley, despite the fact that he stole everything from that man, even the way his lip quivered. And he also had a black man writing his songs, and the black guy died penniless, and you don't even know his name. So yeah, that's why we're calling hip hop ours because we've seen it happen with everything else that was considered ours. And as a matter of fact, Eminem himself said, "You know what? I do black music." In his early days in his interviews before he really blew up. So I mean, according to Eminem, he's doing black music.
And my thing is, you why do we always give something that doesn't even need to be colorized into a freaking color or a race? See, just because the NBA is I'm sorry, not the NBA. Well, the NBA as well. Just because hip hop is a predominantly black music genre does not mean that it should be labeled as black music. That's not how it works. Now, the reason why these so
You feel the need to label it because, well, there is a need to label it. When there's other people trying to come in and be like, you know what? Not only is it not yours, it's mine, and I'm the best at it. If I build a house on my own land from the ground up, and somebody else came in and put a couple of decorations on the wall, they couldn't turn around and say, hey, this is mine. Or why should this be called yours? Why can't it just be for everybody's? Because I put in the work. You did not. And as a matter of fact, when you saw me doing the work, you sat there and said it would never work. That what you're doing is crazy. That's why. Asians made noodles. And then the Italians took it and they did what they want with it. And now Americans use the Italian version. But noodles is not an Italian thing. It's an Asian thing. Asians created the originators, or Asians are the originators of it. Would we say that why do we call ramen noodles an Asian thing? Why can't it just be for everybody? No, nobody says that. So why is it all of a sudden when it's a black thing, people say it? It doesn't make any sense.
So what these so-called black people who claim they fighting racism, they are one of the most racist people out here. Now Nick Cannon has done a lot of things for a lot of people at Wild.
Bro, what? No, you gotta stop right there. We're gonna need you to explain how that saying what belongs to me, what I created belongs to me and only me is racist. I'm gonna need you to explain that one to me, like for real.
I know he has, but this dude is freaking racist. Now I want to play. I just found out about Eminem's music to be murdered by Side B.
Bro, how are you gonna throw something out there like that and not explain that? You haven't explained to me how Nick Cannon is racist. You just said something, you couldn't provide any examples, any context, and ran. This dude's not racist. Nick Cannon's not racist. You're bloody ignorant and you're a coon. That's what you are.
I just found out about it today while I was at work, and I was listening to it. The one song that got me the most was the Three Demons. Now I want y'all to actually hear this and let me know if y'all consider Eminem a guest in hip hop.
Yeah, you know what? Niggas are funny, man. It's like you're gonna hate it no matter what it is. Yeah, you still click on it. Yeah, I want you to change, but don't change. I want you to grow, but don't age. I want the rage, but don't get too angry. I want the new, but old shady. I want you to say what they won't say. Just don't go too far, but go cray. I want you to almost lose it, man, and keep moving the goalposts, don't they? Just cut to the chase like OJ in his Bronco, one up the roadway. And get off my dick and vice up my balls where yarn. You bitches with crochet. All I ever wanted is a rope chain. From the day I saw J on Soul Train. Now I got that Kango, 2 cables, one yellow and white gold plated. Just to let them know I made it. I told my dogs we gon' get right in here. What it goes now, I just gonna do it. So everybody's name is coming from my neck, yeah. I ain't never coming down, yeah. This pandemic got us in a recession. We need to reopen America. Black people dying, they want equal rights. White people wanna get haircuts. Some people...
Let me guess. He said a couple of black things or a couple of things that is about black issues, and all of a sudden he's down with the cause. You know, if David Duke came out and said Black Lives Matter, yeah, he can say that, and I'd say he's like absolutely right. I wouldn't believe it out of his lying mouth, out of his slithering, conniving mouth, because we already know what he's about. The dude will claim, people will claim that, hey man, I'm not racist. Tucker Carlson will say, hey man, I'm not racist, but then we'll proceed to say racist things. Are we going to all of a sudden ignore all the racism that he has said and done just because he said Black Lives Matter or something? No, it doesn't make any sense. Actions speak louder than words. And the way that you have treated people that with a different skin color than you has shown. What is D12 doing? That D12 is doing nothing. Look at Outsiders. Outsiders is doing nothing. And they've helped you. They gave you hand-to-mouth feeding. And people will say, hey, well, he wore a t-shirt or something. Said that had a bunch of D12 members up there. What does that mean? They didn't do that for him. When he needed help, you know what they did? They said, hey, you're going to come on tour with us. People has paid to see me, the Outsiders. Only the Outsiders. But we're going to, in the middle of the tour, get off the stage and we're going to let you do a gig. make us do a couple of songs on the stage by yourself and say that you're a solo act to really give you that push and that exposure that you need to be successful. No, Eminem has not done that for anybody that's helped him. Signing a couple of people that he knew in the past to the label, and then pretty much darn near no way, shape, or form promoting them, it's not helping. That's why Con Air, what was that? Yeah, that was his name, right? Con Air was like, hey, came out, said, I'm about to go diss Eminem because the only reason why he's where he's at today is by the machine, because he wanted out of his contract. Because being with him was actually hurting him and not letting this dude be successful. You know, this actually sounds like the Tupac and Biggie thing, where Pac was in jail and Biggie was on the radio talking about, yeah, we send our prayers for him, we ride with him. It was Biggie and a couple of other people that were doing that. And Tupac had to come out and was like, hey man, you ain't really messing with me like that. You ain't putting anything on my commentary and stuff. That's exactly what M's doing. M talking about M pretty much wearing a t-shirt. It's the equivalent of them, yeah, let's give you my prayers. We ride with you. We want to say all of that in public, but not actually do the work that actually proves those words. That's what that said. That's what the Outsiders and Eminem sound like.
Protest, some people riot, but we ain't never escaping this virus. So the cops that are racially biased, we no longer enable these lies. You get them on tape, they stick to a story like Spider-Man crawling upside of a wall. And someone just unabiding is lawman, like Eric Roth and like Eric Chauvin. No cap, still riding with Colin, though some people don't like me at all. And some are like bees to flowers, cause some people find me appalling. Ooh, I say a line, people are outraged. The press threatens me again. People ain't having it nowadays. Give an album that I put out in like 2000, you bragged about praise. But I wake up every day even more caked up than the makeup on your clown face. And I lay my foundation.
When you thoughts, we gon' get right in the ear. When it goes, never in the rear. Still have all these demons coming from my neck, yeah. I ain't never coming down, yeah.
I got a question. What rhymes with pariah?
That no matter what year it is, Eminem always takes shots at Mariah Carey. Hey, is she lying about? Hey, is she lying about her and Eminem not having sex and Eminem say they did? I want. They both need to take a lot to the test. They do, because this whole thing needs to be cleared out quick. Just Mariah Carey, Eminem, if you guys see this one day, just take a damn lie test to see which one's actually lying. Okay?
Eminem has come out and admitted that, yeah, I actually made all of that up. In his song dissing her, one of them, talking about, well, it has to count for something. The little that did happen had to count for something. I actually might put that in a video if I can.
Just do it.
Just bit into the weak shit. I miss shit in the stick in the dick, did the friction and mischief. It's like a bitch's big drift. Shit gets for dicks, if it's a stick shit. Dick is in Cheney, drip is insane. And they bring my name up just to get ratings. It's like trying to choose between busy, lazy, or wish against crazy. Cause I got a bone to pick and Slim Shady. Love and harmony. And attempt to diss Haley. Bitch, I'm the wind that gets raining and I get canceled like once a day.
Never mention Haley in the song. MGK found out the hard way.
What most people actually don't know about that Eminem versus MGK was that actually Eminem wasn't going to rap battle MGK. He actually went at MGK with lawyers instead of rap battling him because he didn't want to get into a fight with MGK. And actually had that song put down for several hours that had Haley's name in it, that had Haley's voice in it. So guess what? If you go to MGK's site, go to MGK's YouTube page, they took out My Dad's Gone Crazy. But if you go to the World Star version, it's still up there. Because Eminem went at MGK with lawyers. That's how Eminem likes to fight. He does not fight fair. That's how he handled the Benzino situation, Benzino and Ja Rule. That's how he likes to handle his stuff. He does not stand on his own 2 feet and tries to battle.
And also Nick Cannon. I still can't believe that nigga had the nerve to release 3 diss tracks last year, taking shots at Eminem, and all 3 of them was trash.
Clearly, you don't understand how a rap battle works. if I come out with a diss track, you're supposed to respond. Nick Cannon came out with 3 diss tracks, and it took 3 diss tracks before Eminem finally responded. Nick Cannon won that. And you know why Eminem took so long to respond to that too? Because Eminem was going at Nick Cannon with lawyers with that too, because he did not want to get into a battle with him. Because he knew that Nick Cannon knew some stuff that M did not want in the mainstream. And they also say that a check from Shady Records was given to what was it? Orlando Jones running around here talking about how, hey, Nick gave me fellatio, or I gave Nick fellatio. Come to find out, the word on the street is that, hey, there was an actual check given to Orlando. Why Orlando Jones getting a check from Shady Records? He was told to say that.
This dude was race baiting. He was straight race baiting in all those 3 songs. And you want to talk about that one song that Eminem was talking about black women? We already know about that song. We already knew about that song, Nick Cannon. Everybody knew. You just want.
There was actual several songs, not just that one song. That was the only song that was allowed to be released. Because in other ones, he was calling people, not just women, but he was calling men spear checkers and moon crickets and porch monkeys, all types of stuff that you did not hear in that one song. He actually had a whole hour of all of that stuff that he did not want shown to the public. He went to lawyers so that wouldn't be released. And for me, that's pretty much it. That's all I really have to say about this. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. Well, if you're an Eminem stan, you're probably just going to dislike this to hell and have a bunch of N-words, N-bombs in my comment section for days and weeks and months. That's what L for You was talking about. Yeah, man, I did this about a year ago, and I still got people in my comment section dropping N-bombs. So, yeah, if you're wondering about the audio changes, if you haven't been here before, then you know that this is my first time using this. So I'm just trying to figure out how it works. I actually worked on this like a couple of days, goofing off. And then I just said, okay, let me cut off the meaningless parts and just leave the meaningful bits in. So, yeah, this is going to get better over time. I just recorded this in like at least 3 different settings.
Now back to the topic of cultural appropriation. And rappers who don't get to the culture, they only take it. Who's the white rapper that profits the most from black culture, but then they disappear like a ghost when it's time to take a stand for the people of the culture? All his little stands don't see him as a vulture. He got fame, got clout, now he ballin' out. Won a couple battles, so these rappers scared to call him out. Little Dicky Riff Raff, now I better guess again. Who I'm talking about is Mr. Big Bad Eminem. I ain't questioning his skill, he could spit a rap. What I'm questioning is if he's really giving back. I never see him use his influence to speak on black issues, even though the majority of his listeners are white kids who could use the education on systemic oppression and racial discrimination. Oppressed black people created your source of wealth. The culture you abuse it by using it for yourself. You got famous by battling teen pop groups. That ain't hip hop, dude. Someone had to drop truth. Yeah, and that someone is me. Man, I swear I hope that they try to come at a G. I'll be waiting for him, rockin' steady, ready on the front line. The truth needs no metaphors or punchlines. That's why I pack my balls with facts. You can spit, but homie, you ain't no god around. You ain't a real MC if you don't do it for the culture. I don't give a damn if they honor you with a sculpture. I don't give a damn if all your records go diamond. What I care about is what you saying when you rhyming. What I care about is what you doing with your power. Either take a stand or sit your ass down like a coward. Cause hip-hop is a culture of resistance. Real MCs, we keep the vultures at a distance. Play our position, we soldiers on the battleground. Steady gunning, never running, never backing down.
Second base, what the fuck you tell Nick Punk in the second week we would drop?